we've got kind of an Italian theme here part of the way. My new amico mio, Domenico Sacca is here. Domenico's with Cantina Novelli Wines. He's going to be with us throughout the show, pouring some of the vintages that make Cantina Novelli one of the most sought-after Umbrian wines. Benvenuto. We're going to talk to Domenico in a couple of minutes about the vineyard. But first, I guess the question I want to ask you is, Cantina Novelli just only recently started offering its wines in the U.S., right? Through you. You're the distributor.
Yes, correct. Mm-hmm.
So give us a little information about the vineyard, the producers.
Sure. So Cantina Novelli is a pretty new winery in Umbria. Even if they started almost 100 years ago with the vineyards, but they used to sell just juice like most of the vineyards winery used to do till 20 years ago. Then 10 years ago, the new young guy, member of the family, Stefano, with a passion and love for wine, chose to start this project, and so Cantina Novelli Winery was born. Is a new concept in itself. In fact, Cantina Novelli got the award from the Minister of the Agriculture. Is the Cannon Grande Award that basically is given to the wineries that have gave a big contribution to all the wine industry and system in Italy. That's so
there's
That's very exciting.
What have you brought us to taste today?
Today we brought 5 wines, 2 whites, 3 reds. 2 of these wines got also the silver medal in several competitions in last Los Angeles Wine and Spirit show. Anyway, we're gonna start with the first one, which is let me serve.
Well, while you're pouring it, why don't we do this? While you're pouring it, let's move it. We'll talk to Sherry and Dave, and then we'll come back and when everybody's tasted the wine. What are we drinking here? This is Cantina Novelli's what?
This is this called Cube, which I would like to say is a symphony of 3 indigenous grapes from Umbria, native from Spoleto, in the south of Spoleto, and you are drinking a blend of Pecorino, Grechetto, and Spoletino, all 3 white grapes.
There's a grape called Pecorino.
Yeah, there's a grape. Yeah, it has the cheese. Yeah. it has different flavors, fortunately. So, and this is a new line, is a new concept to how to drink wine, how to bring new people and the young generation to the wine. As you can see, is very refreshing as wine, and it expresses mostly fruits at the nose, from peach to apricot to some also citrus.
It's perfect for a day like today. What are you going to pour us next?
Now is the Trebbiano Spoletino.
Okay, so that's the second.
Yes, it's still white, and there's an interesting story about the Spoletino. It was lost over 100 years ago in Spoleto. It's one of the most ancient grape in that territory, and it represents the territory. It belongs to the family of Trebbiano, but Trebbiano has around 30-40 different kinds of wines in the family. Cantina Novelli brought back alive this grape through studies and research with Attilio Scienza, one of the most important ionologists in the world.
Domenico, I'm going to jump in. We're going to come back and talk. If you could pour that. So, Domenico, let's get back to you. What did you pour for us here?
So it was the Trebbiano Spoletino. I was saying that is after more than 100 years, Cantina Novelli brought back alive. Luckily, they found an couple of vines in a local farmer in Spoleto, and then of course with Attilio Scienza, which is one of the master and international master as a wine expert. They did studies, and again now 4,000 bottles are here after 100 years. It's great. It's a different Trebbiano, and but as you can see, the structure of this Trebbiano is completely different of all Trebbiano that we know here in the States.
Now, why is that?
It's the kinds of vine.
Okay.
So Spoleto has the area, the microclima. It's different than the usual Trebbiano that you have in Lazio, so Roma area, or in the south. Spoleto is already almost 500 meters above the sea level, and all surrounded by the forest of Apennine mountain. So even the soil is different. So you get different, if we want to call like a clone of Trebbiano.
Well, there's a lot of minerality in this. I mean, you can really taste it.
There is. The acidity is also a little bit high. That it will go very well with, especially with the notes of almond that you have at the finish. It's in the same time refreshing. Of course, it's a robust wine. I like to say it's a full body. If you want to,
it's got a nice bite to it.
I'm gonna be pouring now the first red.
Great,
excellent.
So this is Rosso Cube, the brother of the first white, Bianco Cube. It's again a new concept of wine. Very refreshing red wine with a big, nice structure. Is a blend of Cinigiolo, Canaiolo, and Sangiovese, all three indigenous grapes.
And you were saying this is the original, essentially, recipe for...
No, I was saying before that Chianti used to be made back in the day with this mix. Of course, it was 80% Sangiovese and 85% Sangiovese, and then a small part of Cinigiolo Canaiolo. What we did with Cantina Novelli, this is a 33% of each grape. And it comes out full body, but very easy to drink. Drinkable. Also the flavors, you get the red berries, black berries at the nose. But the tannins, when you drink, are very mild, are velvet.
So let me turn to David Varley, because in my, caveman's palate, I would definitely wrap this around a ribeye. Do you agree?
I think it might be a little.
Maybe it has a little, with the charcuterie, actually.
A little too much finesse. I don't know.
For me, just agree with me. I'm the host.
I'd be happy to agree with you.
What's the matter with
you? I really like the Finocchione with it. I think the fennel flavors work well with it. You definitely get a little bit of that garlic in there. But I can't wait to see what else he's got, because I know he's got some bombers over there.
So tell us about, we're going to have to wrap up because the show's almost over, but you brought two other wines. Just tell us about them. And can people buy these wines
yes,
around town now? Okay,
good. Around the D.C. or Maryland area, they are available in stores and restaurants as well.
Okay, great.
Take 45 seconds. Tell us about these last two.
Last two are Montefalco and Sagrantino, which is the prince of the wine in Italy.
Okay.
It's 800 years old wine. So people in Montefalco are been making these wines since 800 years and plus. In this case, we have a really small production, 4,000 bottles of these great wines.
That's your ribeye wine.
There you go.
Yes, correct.
All right. Well,
what do you know?
We're going to test now.
I know ribeyes, baby. I know ribeyes.
All right. Well, we want to thank you so much for coming in today and pouring all these.
I just want to say, is there a place to go online to find where the Cantina Novelli wines are found in the Washington area?
No, right now. We are working on that. And
all right. Well, you know what?
It's www.redinkinports.com.
Redinkinports.com.
We'll put that on the list.
Yeah, and you can go to the list and find the link. Domenico, thanks so much.